Hello everyone, this is Lilith and welcome back to another one of my videos for All to New. Today I'll be showing you how I created this layout using two wonderful products. The first is the Nested Wreath Creative Cutouts and the second is the Simple Nesting Flowers Layering Die Set. These two products are really fun to use and there are lots and lots of ways to use them, so sit back and enjoy. So let's have a quick look at the products. I've got the Simple Nesting Flowers die already and set to go. Some gradient cardstock. I'll be using Seashore and Red Cosmos, and the purples and greens will be put to one side. Now in the Creative Cutouts pack you get several of the cutouts in different sizes, and I'm going to go with the medium-sized one. Here I'm just holding that cutout against some pattern paper, and at first I thought I'd use this lovely subtle blue pattern paper, but you will see later on that I will change it out for a pink one or a more peachy pink one. Now what's really fun about these cutouts is that you can customize them with watercolors or even artist markers. And so I pulled out artist markers that match the two colors I'm going to be using on my layout with the gradient paper, so Seashore and Red Cosmos. And now I'm just coloring in my leaves, and the tiniest leaves on there I'm going to make them into berries and add a little bit of a pinky peach color to that. So I'm going to work my way around the whole wreath and add this lovely shading. So the first thing I did here was go in with the lightest shade and then with a darker shade adding some lovely flicks, and then a really beautiful dark shade just to add a bit of depth in the center. This is really fun to do and super easy, and if you don't have like an electronic cutout machine, these cutouts are great for adding some extra detail on a 12 by 12 layout. So now that I've got the wreath done, I'm going to start working on my florals, on my little blooms. Now this set is so fun to use, and you've got lots and lots of options on how to use these flowers. You can just use one layer and then add a little fun enamel dot in the middle, or just stack them one on top of the other to create a really fun dimensional flower. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the different shapes in the different colors, and I'm going to make a couple of flowers here, so I'm going to cut a couple of them out, and I'll also be cutting them out of that lovely Seashore gradient paper as well, each time making sure to have different cuts in different shades. Once I've got all my die cuts ready, I can start assembling my blooms. So I've got my wreath and my background paper. As you can see, I have switched it out for that lovely pink washed pattern paper, which comes in the 12 by 12 paper collection from Enjoy the Ride. And now I'm going to put my blooms together. As I mentioned earlier, you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 layers. So I'm going to create different blooms just by playing with different numbers of layers. So here my first bloom, I've got 3 layers, and for the center I'm going to use a little enamel dot. In the die set you do get the centerpiece if you want to cut it out in coordinating paper. Now for my next bloom I'm just going to do 2 layers, or maybe a third. Yes, I'm going to pop a little one in there. And as you can see, I'm using just 2 colors of cardstock here. So you can also do that. You can just alternate a lighter with a darker cardstock. I'm also going to make a couple of flowers in that lovely teal color. And once I've got all my florals ready, I can start assembling my layout. This layout is very, very simple. The idea of the design is to have a wreath with a couple of floral clusters around it. Now, if you notice that you're missing a couple of floral elements, you can just cut them out. Now, having the mini blossom tool is super handy because it's really tiny and you can just keep it on your desk and you don't need to get up and get your larger die cutting machine. So as you can see here, I'm creating my second teal bloom. And I really love how these colors look together on that soft pink background. I'm going to make a couple of really tiny flowers, very simple, just 1 layer and a little enamel dot. I'm going to swap out my photo just because I thought this one matched better, and then I can use the other one for another layer later on and tell the story that goes with that one too. So now that I've got all my little floral elements, I'm going to start gluing them down. I did have the impression that something was missing, like a really dark color just to set everything off. So I had a look through the Blooming Bouquet Ephemera pack from the Enjoy the Ride collection and just popped a couple of those really dark red wine color flowers underneath. I'm also going to use the chipboard stickers from the Enjoy the Ride collection as well and just add that lovely memory word to it. I really like the idea of having a couple of really tiny pink flowers, so I swapped out the others that I had for these really tiny ones. And that's that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any comments or any questions, just pop them in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my blog post, which is on the Altenew Mixed Media blog. Have a lovely day, stay safe, and happy scrapping. Bye-bye.
Hello crafters, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching.